Hello dears, how are you all? Right, we are going to glow. We are going to have a lovely winter glow. And quite frankly, I look like I've just been dug up and I've been for a walk and I've had a coffee, but there's no improvement. So I just thought, sod it, they don't care, I'll just get on with it. But this is how I will look. I think that's always good to show you. So you think, okay, fine, maybe I will hang around. I did a very lovely kind of natural day-to-day makeup, which was perfect in January. Thank you so much for all the love that you gave to Jackie. Isn't she just so lovely and special? It's great getting these guests on. I think as I kind of pass by lots of lovely friends and colleagues in the industry, I'll just ask them if they want to come on, because I just think it's great, especially if you're nosy like me. It's always good to know what other people are doing and what they've got in their bag, etc. So I just try and work these films organically, and right now I'm feeling like I need a massive injection of pink and gloriousness. Not this kind of sort of raspberry, sort of mulberry pink. I want something a bit more hot and punchy. I like these kind of colours. I think I did a video of that in December, but now I want to be a little bit sort of more cooler and poppy in colour, just to brighten everything up. So I've bought a couple of new things, and I'm going to introduce you to a few things. Now, one of my saviours, I did put it on my Instagram at the moment, is Skin Saviour. It's by a brilliant brand, Biosense. This is such a lovely brand. I love squalane. I have dry skin. Squalane is a really beautiful ingredient. They actually have 100% little pump squalane product, which is great for hair, body, everything. And it's not sticky. And this is their Squalane Firm Lift and Dual Serum. Let's try and get as many words as we can in here. Like I said on my Instagram, didn't really find that it was lifting. It's just quite nourishing. You see how it's sort of quite gel-like. It doesn't sort of slip down and drip like an oil. And actually, to be fair, I'd already put my skincare on this morning, but as I was prepping for the film, well, clearly not prepping on me, just getting my ducks in a row with my products. If you saw them, they're not in a row. I just thought, oh no, I'm just going to put this on again just before the makeup. So if you're feeling a little bit parched, and you want to add something to your moisturiser, this might be a nice injection. Anyway, that's my first tip. Second tip, which is to be launched tomorrow, I think, is the brilliant Dr. Sam Brightly Eye Serum, sorry. You will love this because, and you only need the smallest amount, by the way, it has got those wonderful optical reflectors in. So if you are someone who really, let's just do one eye and then show you the other one eye. If you are one of those people who just doesn't like too much, or you're particularly dark under your eye, you'll see the difference in this. Now, it's not makeup, it's not going to cover it, but it's going to bounce light off. I might just use it around my nose as well, because it's a little bit red there. And just on my lid, where the colour is sort of irregular, the tone is irregular. And you will see that it just evens out. It kind of goes on quite like a pale gold, but then it just sort of like dissolves and just leaves the eye area looking super fresh. So you can just leave it like that if you don't really want to wear any other makeup, and that will just make you look a little bit brighter. It's got all the goodies in that you would expect. Bakuchi oil for long-term rejuvenation over the skin, niacinamide, hyaluronic. It's really nourishing and hydrating. I think Sam had 44 different formulas. Not sure what the normal is, what the norm is if you are a product developer. Maybe one of you are. But that seems like a lot of attention to detail. But I know Sam personally from years ago. We used to work together promoting different brands and stuff together, and she's a perfectionist, and I know that she would only ever produce something that she was proud of, right? Like you would expect most people, or most brand owners are like that anyway. Okay, so there is my skincare. Now, I would put on a little bit of SPF if I was at home. even on these cloudy days, please make sure you're popping your vitamin D. I haven't. I need to go and do that. I might do a double dose. I know that's a bit stupid and probably completely unnecessary. But we haven't had sun. I haven't seen the blue sky in England for about 2 weeks. Anyway, let's not focus on that. So what did I buy? I bought the Yummy Skin from Danessa Meyerix, who I admire greatly. What an incredible businesswoman. What an amazing people person. She's so collaborative and she has such a generous spirit. So I've been treating myself to a few of those products, which I love. And I got sent another lovely Genevieve, who created Vive, her two new, they're not new, sorry, her Skin Novas. This is new. So the Skin Nova that she literally says is her ride or die, I do use at work because it gives a glow, but it also lasts, makes the makeup last a little bit longer, but it's not necessarily for me. Now she's bought something out that is for me. Now this has got things like rose water in, niacinamide, great for a normal combination skin, gives a glow, keeps the makeup on, feels lovely. Whereas this one, the Vive, what's it called? Super Skin Nova, so supercharged moisturising primer. And I said we were going to go glow, so we're going to go glow. And this has lots of lovely ceramides in and hyaluronics. You'll see. Really, really glamorous pot. It's a very solid consistency. So we're going to start with this. You need a tiny amount. Now, I just want to throw my toys at the pram, watching people put on glow primers and just putting it all over their face. Really try and concentrate just on the outside of your complexion, just here, so you get this lovely kind of glow. Now, hopefully you'll see my glow improve. Now, if I had a big light on my face, it would look a little bit shiny. Maybe I will put the light on later so you can see the difference between daylight and big spotlight. But quite frankly, we don't walk around with spotlights on our faces, do we? I bloody wish we did. We'd be looking fabulous all the time. No dark shadows, but we don't. So we are here for reality beauty. And I was just looking at my skin thinking, God, I just look so flat. I want the glow. So here we are. So this is beautiful. I am not putting it down the center panel of my face. I'll use a different primer. I was going to use my Tatcha, but I didn't get that out. I love the Silk Round Primer from Tatcha. It's absolutely beautiful. I've got 20 to hand, obviously. And I'm going to use that over the areas of my face which I do not want to be glowing. So if you have open pores, irregular skin, texture, you want to smooth that out because glow will just reinforce that texture. So you want to smooth it out and then add the glow. But also if you have the glow all over, you just look greasy, so you want to use it to shape. So let's go in with Yummy Skin. I bought the shade 4 and it works beautifully for me. I always tend to go yellow because my face is pink and ruddy, my neck is pale and my body is yellow. If you need me to go through a whole proper masterclass on trying to get the right colour foundation and what to look out for, I'm very happy to do that because there's sort of quite a few rules to adhere to get it right. So let's put her on. I was wearing this, was it yesterday? This combination, just to trial it out for you both. For you both? I hope there's more than 2 of you watching. And my skin felt so creamy and hydrated all day. It felt sumptuous, like I'd had a facial. And that's the combination that I was looking for. I didn't want to dry out in the day. So I'm putting it on with my fingers. I will buff in. Oh, I didn't get my brushes. Where are they? My brush is over there. I'm putting on with my fingers because it's not a heavy base. It's a light. I'd say it's a bit. I don't know. It's a little bit more than a tinted moisturiser. Gives a little bit of coverage. Well, a lot of coverage, if you can, as you can see. But it's the glow and the texture and that kind of subtle warmth that it's given me. And I want all the money on my face, not in the brush. So if you were to use a very sort of firm brush, you would lose a lot of the product. So I will go in and I'm now going to very lightly buff with my 4, not even the classic foundation brush that I would use, the number 2. Still don't remember the numbers, isn't that dreadful? I know exactly what they look like and what they do, but the numbers don't stick. So the number 2 would be my normal buffing brush, but this is even lighter and more beveled. And thank you again for all the love on the brushes. I think we have about 100 left. I can't believe they've all gone. It's just wonderful. So if you are thinking about treating yourself to follow along and to use the tips and tricks, just know that we aren't doing any more. This is it. That's that. We were going to keep it on for longer, but we're just going to keep it as this. Keep them special and lovely. Right. Okay, I'm really happy with that. Let me just show, just turn this light on. I did put the light on, guys, when I was doing it, but I don't know, I just feel like I'm sort of kidding you if I put the light on. This is quite strong. Let's just put a little bit so you can see that lovely glow that it's giving my skin just on the outside. Super, super fresh, but also in daylight, you're just getting that lovely kind of like 3D finish to your skin. You'll see at the end. Really boringly, going back in with my Maybelline because it just does the job so brilliantly. Has anyone purchased it? Has anyone tried it after my recommendation? Always curious to get your feedback. Do you love just doing that? Sort of vaguely amuses me in the morning. And just let it set. And then just on the outer corners of the eyes. It's just got the right amount of bounce in it. Oh, Caroline, you were looking quite nice. Now you've just wrecked your look. Right. Buff that in very slightly. Again, that very subtle face shaping is all about having the lightness on the T-zone area of your face. Light, light, light. As we get older, we get a little darkness in our face. And to create a really fresh, youthful makeup is to lighten the darker areas. So that's usually around the T-zone area of my face. So I'm going to blend these together now. Just keeping that little sort of like superhero mask. Gosh. I hope I haven't overdone it. No. Why would I overdo it? These are very sheer, both of these textures and formulations. So I have watched people for years allow me to do their makeup or under instruction do it and go, oh my God, no, I just don't feel comfortable. Can we just stop? I'm like, could you just let me finish? And that's like obviously typical if you're making someone up in the mirror and they can see what they look like and I can read their mind and they're going, oh gosh, I don't like what I'm seeing, but you just have to go with it. Right, lovely. Okay, let's go in with Blink Brow Bar in Cool Blonde. These are the ones that Florrie introduced me to. And this is just a lovely neutral, not warm at all. Blonde. Just going to push that back. Almost just for me to, got that light that needs to disappear, it's distracting me. Is that better? Yeah. It's just great for sort of filling in any gaps. It's a very, very soft formula. And if you don't want to be drawing in little fine hairs, if you just want to fill in and go, this is perfect. Funny how you go through little trends, isn't it? Like, I have to ink my brown. Oh, no, now I just need a little pencil. Right, okay, so I've got some Natasha Denona to show you and this really beautiful Swede powder, but I'm going to go in with my blush first, which I'm either going to use a wonderful Ruby Hammer stick blush, or I also love this from Refi. So both quite similar. Let's put the Refi there and Rubies there. Rubies is probably a little bit darker. The Refi is a little bit pinker. Sorry, that's terribly messy. It's got on my bone. I'm going to go for Refi. And I'm going to really push this into my cheeks. I'm going to start with that and start building up my cheeks a little bit. Now I'm going to see how it blends with my finger first so that I don't lose too much pigment again. And when you're doing these kind of like warm colours, hot pink, bright, sort of flushy blushes, it's nice to kind of get a spread of colour. Otherwise you do end up looking sort of quite doll-like an Aunt Sally, which we don't like. But this blends, so this blends beautifully. You can see what problem I might be having is that I might accidentally bring my blush in too close to my mouth, okay? So I'm just going to remove that. In the mirror it doesn't look like it, but literally there I can see that it could possibly creep in. So let's just take that brush there to give me the kind of guide and then push that back. So I want the flush to kind of happen here. So I don't want to make my face too angular. I just want to create that nice flush. A little bit higher maybe. A little bit on the lips to blend in. And as you start washing the colour around your face, you can start seeing it soften. Nice high on the cheeks. And I'm just going to use that brush and with the leftover part, just bring that and tie it into my socket. So as I say, I just love creating makeups that are like water paintings, where the colours merge into each other. It makes me feel peaceful as I'm talking to you. And the wonderful thing about a hot pink, you can see the difference in these colours now, is that it really brings out the whites of your eyes and teeth. And you can go much stronger, and I think it will go much stronger, but I'm just going to start there. Okay, so my next thing is I'm going to add a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible along my waterline. Remember, this makeup is all about brightness and gloss. So I'm going to knock back that pink. This is a really good one because it's super soft. It's propelling, so no need for sharpening, and it stays. And it's small enough that you don't get it on the roots of your lashes, which kind of makes your lashes look a little bit grey. Who loves Trish McEvoy? I love this lady. I did quite a lot of chit chat with her in lockdown, actually, over the wires or wireless Wi-Fi. And she's just got an extraordinary soul. She's incredibly generous, incredibly glamorous, seriously bright. And I love, love, love her products. I need to use more of them, actually. I love, this is taupe. This is the 24-hour Trish McEvoy. I believe I've got that right. Eyeshadow and liner. So I'm just going to do that. And I'm probably going to use my smaller eyeshadow brush just to bring it into the corner. I'm really fussy about the cream eyeshadows that I use because I don't like, because the skin on my lid is a little bit soft and loose. As it dries it can pull, and this doesn't pull. To knock back my heavy lid here, I need to just make sure that I transition that colour up into the socket so it's nice and soft and therefore pushes the eye back. It's an amazing difference, and it's just such a soft nondescript colour. I love this. It's probably one of my favourites, and there's a Dior one that I've used for years and years, which I'm sure you can all name, which I go back to time and time again, but this is slightly warmer And because I'm going for this kind of like glossy finish, I wanted to kind of keep the textures the same. So yes, of course you can use your finger. It's better to use a kind of firm brush just to give yourself a bit more control. And then, yeah, I think that looks all right. Okay. Now we're going to do lashes, and I just thought we'd change up the mascara because I've been banging on about the L'Oreal and Maybelline for too long. We're going in with the beautiful Dior, and I'm going to whack on the lash, top and bottom, to get a lovely kind of like wide awake effect. I sometimes just only use mascara on the top, do you, if I feel like I need a bit of a lift. But as we're doing a sort of bigger eye, wide eye, and I put the off-white eyeliner inside my waterline, you really then have to use the mascara, otherwise you make your eyes look so small. So just drag that down. I always do that first coat first on the top lashes so I get a nice good base, and then just comb those down in position, making sure that you're bringing them in a downward direction and they're not crisscrossy, so they sit beautifully. And then go back to the top lashes. Ta-da! Gorgeous packaging as well. Oh, I must tell you about my little top. Being winter, obviously, in the UK. Sorry for all my followers in Australia, New Zealand. Love you loads. This was sent to me. It's by Stripe and Stare. Do you have their pants? We all have their pants. The softest, well, they're not cotton. They're made out of trees. Tencel, I think the fabric is called. And actually, every pair of pants you buy, I think they plant a tree. I might have got that wrong, but I think I'm right. Anyway, they kindly just sent me this top, which is just a lovely layering top. Very, very simple. Oh my gosh, it is so nice. I've got a size medium, so that fits me quite snugly. Because I've got quite big boobs, I don't like a lot of stuff, like thick things. So I prefer nice, thin, delicate layers. And this has been so nice. And then I went down the road of like, oh, looking at other layering tops. And my friend Zoe does the editing and all the descriptions on the channel for me. She's the one with the curly hair. You've met her before. What did I call her? My Frexpert, my friend who's an expert. She knows everything about everything. She's like a walking encyclopedia. Anyway, she said, oh, you have to get the tops. I've got a lovely V-neck and like lacy cuffs from Intimissiminim. Sorry, I know that's very lazy of me. Let me just have a little look. What's it called? Intimacy. Well, it's in England. I'm assuming it's everywhere. And they've got these really lovely ones. It's quite nice to have a lacy cuff underneath your jumper, isn't it? And pull your sleeve up. Any fashion tips you wish to share, please do share. Quite nice, isn't it? And that keeps me so snug. Well, both of these have kept me so snug. Especially because obviously, well, we've had heating issues for nearly 6 weeks now. So we're all like gathering around all these like little electric heaters every night. Anyway, brings us closer together. Oh gosh, what a difference. Okay, great. Very excited about this. I'm going to put the Refine to the side. So I'm definitely going to come back with this. Now this Swede powder, it's called a Miracle Powder. Now I'm very excited about this. It comes in this net here. It's a loose powder, so tricky to apply always. But I'm going to take my number 6 brush and I'm going to just take it from the lid actually, because I only want a tiny amount. And it sets really well under the eyes. I could probably do with a bit more. And the nose. And those areas that you don't want to shine, but it's got a lovely sort of reflective finish to it. It's really nice under the eyes. So it's not flat. Oh, there's Willow. I'll see if I can get her in. She doesn't like being shut out the door. Willow! Willow! She's just woken up and went for a walk, and I thought I'd come and do a film, but obviously that window's getting smaller and smaller. Anyway, if you struggle with powder and you want to set your makeup and you don't like the sort of chalky finish, then this is really lovely because it gives a very kind of like 3D effect to it. So yeah, really going to explore more with this powder, but and use it, when I say that, I mean I'm going to be using it on different clients and trying on different skin textures, but it's really nice. I don't often use a lot of powder. So moving on, so I bought Light Natasha Denona HY Gen. It's a really beautiful compact. I do love her makeup, I have to say. And I bought the light one because I really wanted to say that just check the highlighters that you're using in your makeup bags. Try not to use anything too gold if you're pale like me. Obviously, if you've got a warm olive skin, then you'll want to add a little bit more gold, or dark skin, Indian skin, black skin. You get what I mean. But what I'm trying to say to us paleys is that just be careful that you're not going for anything too warm, because you want to add the lightness and you want to add the brightness to your makeup. So I'm going to go in with a small brush again. And therefore the highlighter you use has to be soft. Now this is quite punchy, but I've loved it. And it sort of goes on like a coming. My husband's meant to be on dog duty, so they're rubbish, aren't they? Yeah, it just goes on this beautiful, beautiful gloss. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. To show you just like on the bridge of my nose, just to brighten up like a dry complexion that looks a little bit flat. If I put it on with my finger, you'll see how spicy it is. But obviously I don't want to create that much of a glow. I want it all to be like super soft. But just to show you that the texture really does blend in with a finger. But I'm just going to do it with a brush because I want it to be like super delicate, but I just want that lovely ethereal brightness to my makeup. Yeah, that I'm happy just with that. I'm happy with that. Stop. But I love this. It's quite weighty. It's quite cold. Very nice. Right, so I'm going to go in just a little bit more blush and just build that up. Almost like as a sort of top coat, very softly. The pressure that I'm putting on my face is really light, but it's so cheerful. And then, honestly, girls, girls, ladies, men, gentlemen, whoever we are watching this channel, if you've got any lip balms that you love, apart from, don't share with me Carmex or Blisties or anything like that. I love Cicaplast, La Roche-Posay, Lanolips. Annie de Mamia does a really beautiful one. Then share away. We love to know about lip balms that don't irritate lips. And of course that's difficult because obviously we've all got different types of lips and what irritates us. But I'm going in with Lanolips. Pawpaw, that was it, the pawpaw one that Jackie used. It looked really nice, didn't it? Could put that on our skin as well, but I don't like a sticky face. This has been my like dog walk godsend. It makes my lips look fuller. It's got the right amount of texture. Like I feel like, yeah, we've got protection. It feels juicy. And not too slippery. Wow. What an improvement. But also not heavy particularly. So I'm going to show you now with the light as well. So if I had a big light in front of my face, that kind of lovely sheen that you'll get from it. And it's so soft. It's like super, super classy. You see how light is amazing? It just changes everything about your face from good to bad. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that encourages you to get like a hot pink blush out and just kind of freshen up. I might just sit here and actually put a little bit more on actually. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all your generous comments. They really do make each and every weekend that I put a film out. So keep typing. Thanks guys, bye.